What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving my full review of the last and finale episode of Moon Knight. So, because what happens in this episode is amazing. It's just so good, and the post-credit scene, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of disappointing. Like this much disappointing, but it was really good overall because we got to see a comic accurate Khonshu in a white suit, and we got to see another person that I will tell you guys at the end of this video. But obviously this video will contain spoilers for episode 6, so if you haven't seen episode 6, go watch it, come back to see my review of it. Now let's get started. So the way this episode starts off, I will say it is kind of confusing because what I thought was going to happen was Mark was never in the afterlife. He was going to wake up in the asylum and then come back to life, but that's not what happened. So basically when he was in the afterlife, he said he didn't want to be in the afterlife without Steven. So he left the afterlife and he went to go back to get Steven out of the Duat sand. And this moment right here was so touching. It was just so, it made me so happy because we got Steven back, and who doesn't like Steven? Then we got this wholesome moment with Mark and Steven. It was just beautiful, and it made me so happy to see them unite and like connect fully. So it was a really, really good scene, and it was awesome. And then Taweret, she came in clutch, saving these boys from the sand wave. So props for you. Round of applause, please. Thank you. Oh, and can we talk about Layla, the avatar of Taweret, and her avatar suit? Like, this is giving full-on Wonder Woman vibes, but I'm loving it. It is amazing with the wings and the golden plates. And what I'm hoping is that she stays the avatar of Taweret, and her and Mark are like a couple, like power duo, like the power couple. It's literally a power couple. And the fight scenes in this episode, oh my gosh, it is so fire. We got to see Mark and Steven cooperate in a fight. Like, no arguing, no like, give me the body, I got this. None of that. It's just cooperation. Like, Mark was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then Steven was like, okay, I'm gonna do that after. It's just so good to see. And another thing that we got to see in this episode is Steven goes off. Like, this man has some sick moves. Bro was knocking out people left and right. And then with that one scene when he did that flip, I was like, this is a whole different person. Because what? Steven doing this, being the living life out of people? Like, honestly, it was so cool to see Mark and Layla and Steven team up against Harrow. And in this episode, we get to see Harrow at his peak power, like his power level. And then also in this episode, we get to see Amit. And bruh, the CGI with Amit and Khonshu is honestly, it's really good. But I will say this episode does have its sloppy CGI moments, but other than that, it's really good. I really liked it. It was such an enjoyable episode, and the post-credit scene just made it even better. It was just amazing. It made it better for two reasons. One reason being because they finally introduced Jake Lockley, and the second reason is because my theory of Khonshu creating Jake came true. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, but my theory came true. Well, basically, I made a video on episode 4 on how Jake Lockley was created, or just how he was created. I had two theories. Either Steven made Jake and he just didn't know it, or Mark made Jake and he didn't know it. Or my third theory was Khonshu created Jake without telling Mark or Steven? Or did Khonshu make this third altar and he is not telling Steven? And this is another thing why you should not trust Khonshu. He will keep secrets from you, and he will honestly, he will stab you in the back. He will stab you in the back, because that's just who Khonshu is. He's just an untrustworthy Egyptian god, and no wonder why no one wants to be his avatar. But like in this situation, Mark had to be his avatar. I mean, he had to save the world, right? But yeah, but how they introduce the Jake, it was amazing, because Jake, he goes into an actual mental asylum, a real mental asylum, to pick up Harrow after Harrow got whooped, like just annihilated. So he picks up Harrow, he takes him in this white limo where we see Khonshu in a comic accurate suit, with the white suit and then the floating skull head. Like I'm reading Marvel comics, and that literally looks like what he always wears, like a white suit, and it's just so enjoyable to see. But what I want to know is, does Khonshu awaken Jake when it's his turn to fight, or does Jake just choose when he wants to come out? Because Mark and Steven obviously don't know anything about this third persona or alter, so they don't know, and they don't let him out. So either he lets himself out, or Khonshu lets him out. Either way, it's just cool to finally have Jake. And Jake, geez Louise, he seems to be the strongest out of Mark and Steven, because Mark and Steven, even with Layla's help, still got clapped by Harrow and his army. Like, what? And then Jake wakes up and he absolutely just runs through them all like it's no problem, like zero difficulty. And this really got me thinking, like, my goodness, Jake is nobody to play with. He does not show mercy or sympathy for the person he's trying to kill. If he sees a target, if he has a target that he has to kill, he will kill you with no hesitation whatsoever. I mean, he's the most violent and repulsive out of the two of them combined. So, and he's stronger than both of them. So this is really cool to see. But what I want to see, like what I really, really want to see, is what type of suit does Jake Lockley hold? Does he wear the armor suit or some other different suit that we've never seen? Because I'm really hoping he wears the armor suit, because it would honestly explain a lot, because the armor suit is stronger than Mark and Steven's suit, because, well, their suits do not have armor. It's just a suit, literally. So if Jake has the armor suit, and that would probably explain how he got through the whole army without like leaving a scratch or anything, or getting hurt, or like non-stop killing. That would explain it. So I'm really hoping that he does have the armor suit, and we get to see the armor suit in like Moon Knight season 2 or a Moon Knight solo movie. I'm hoping for a Moon Knight solo movie. I want to see a movie of Moon Knight, like a trailer saying the Moon Knight movie or the Moon Knight origin, something, just something. Or we could just get like a Jake Lockley spin-off of like one episode and see what he's been doing throughout all the episodes, like what he does when he awakes or wakes up. Because honestly, I would watch that show. That would be pretty cool to see what Jake did, his fight scenes. Because I'm pretty sure that would be a very, very gory. Because Jake, oh my gosh, he's just so violent. That's how I would describe him. In 2 words, taxi driver and violent. My gosh, bro was like, I like Cobra Kai, no mercy, strike first and strike hard. My goodness. And now let's talk about Layla, because Layla plays a big part in this episode, as she is the new avatar of Taweret, and it seems like she's going to be an Egyptian hero. Like I feel like she's not going to go out of Egypt. She's going to like protect them, like Spider-Man protects New York, or how Miles protects Brooklyn, or how the Avengers protect the world. That's what Layla is probably going to play in the MCU, the protector of Egypt, or the hero of Egypt. Because we see this one scene where this girl asks her, "Are you an Egyptian hero?" And she says yes. So I'm really expecting her to like stay that hero that she is, because it would be really cool to see team ups with her and Mark again, because honestly, I just want to see more of it. I just really want to see more of it. It will be really cool to see, and I cannot wait what the MCU has for us later on for Moon Knight, because I want to see more of Moon Knight in the MCU. I just don't want this show to be it. I want to see either a season 2 or a solo movie, or like 2 solo movies, because I want more of Moon Knight. Moon Knight's one of my favorite Marvel characters now, probably in my top 5. But yeah, that is my review for episode 6. If you like this review and like this video, I would like if you left a like on this video and a subscribe and a share and turn on those post notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. And without further ado, this is where we part ways and say goodbyes. Peace. Love you guys. God bless you, and go outside and get some fresh air. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.